Hustle TV's in the house, man. I'm here with my man Neville Johnson, a super powerful entertainment lawyer. How you doing, sir?
I'm fine.
You fine. I know, well, we in your office, and I know you're great. So let's start off, man, to say, when did you get that bug to be an attorney?
When I was about 10 or 11, I had a friend whose father was a prominent lawyer in Beverly Hills, and I watched him go to court sometimes, and also I saw Perry Mason, which was a TV show about lawyers, and my parents were educated people, and they told me what being a lawyer was like, and I just knew since I was about that age I was going to be a lawyer.
Man, that's exciting. Now, where were you born and raised? Were you born and raised in L.A. or somewhere else?
I lived in Mar Vista till I was 12, and then my folks moved to Westwood, which is part of Los Angeles.
So you've always been a Westwood kind of guy.
West Side kind of
Okay,
guy.
okay. Now, you've been on Hollywood Reporter 9 times as that lawyer to be. I mean, the New York Times is saying you the highest rated lawyer on the planet. Now, how do you feel about being called the #1 lawyer in the country?
I don't think I'm the #1 lawyer in the country, and I don't think I've been called that, but I certainly appreciate getting whatever accolades there are out there.
Now, I read about you had a suit with Drake. I don't know how far you can go into it. Was it copyright, or what can you elaborate on that a little bit?
There have been a couple of lawsuits against Drake, one involving sampling and the other involving unauthorized use of recording.
So can we say rapping forte, lyrics, whatever maybe? I mean, is that part of something that I remember, because I'm a DJ and I play a lot of different records. When I hear some certain thing, I'm like, is that? Nah, it can't be. I'm excused by it, you know. So,
you know what? I don't know if what I'm permitted to talk about relating to Drake at this point. If you want to take a break, I can go look it up, but I need to make sure I'm not violating any confidentiality.
see, when attorney says that, he don't mean take a break, he means shut up. So when you talk to your attorney, that's what the legal terms of that, leave me alone, or you leave my office. That's what he means. So who are you involved, who have you represented in the past and future?
Oh boy, I've represented old rock and roll stars to people in contemporary music, actors, producers, directors. The most famous client I ever had was Yoko Ono in the estate of John Lennon. But I've also represented the estate of Buddy Holly and Ricky Nelson, Lloyd Price, who's a classic rock and roll act, Mitch Ryder. I was responsible for reuniting the Everly Brothers many years ago. I currently represent the estates of many famous actors that were such as Charles Bronson, Richard Pryor, Peter Sellers, and we've been suing the movie studios for underpayment on home video royalties.
Gotcha. Wow, I mean, you represented so many great actors and people in the movies. Did you ever get nervous when someone walked into your office? I want you to represent me. Did you ever have butterflies?
Not really. I mean, I know my business, and so no.
Okay. He's like, not really, no. Now, this is for my hip hop heads. This brother represents World Star. Now, you know who World Star is, right? So get your facts and business straight. Now, how did you get, well, let me say it right. How did World Star come into the likes of you?
They were in the market for a new attorney, and somebody recommended us, and we met with the person who owns the company, Q, and he liked us, and we liked him, and we've been rocking ever since.
Man, that blows my mind. So you guys out there in TV land who want to be attorneys, what would you tell anyone out there from anywhere part of the country, around the world, if they want to be an attorney, and what would you tell them how to do it and how to perceive it?
Well, first of all, you got to study in school. Second is, as much as possible, become as good a writer as you can be, because that's what we trade in, is in words and in trying to convince people in logic. So courses like English and philosophy are good. Then I would say that you should not go into it unless you are enthusiastic about it and willing to work very hard, because it's a demanding profession. You should also get as wide a spread of knowledge of history and the world as much as possible, because all of that comes into play as you're a lawyer and you're giving advice to people. And I would say that be prepared for a long and arduous journey, but it's the beauty of it is that it's the social history of the country. Right. And whatever country you are, if you're going to be a lawyer, it's fascinating to argue in an elegant fashion and to try and convince people. And so there's a bit of logic. There's logic involved, history. It's how we deal with all social relationships in the country, and it's everything from birth to death. Gotcha. And in between. And so there's a lot of room for people who want to become lawyers.
Oh, man. Thank you so much for your time, man. Future attorneys out there, Google Neville Johnson. Johnson & Johnson. I'm telling you, this brother right here is no joke. If you want to be an attorney, no matter what it is, entertainment, family, whatever it may be, do your homework. You heard the man said, read, write, history. It's all about that. Hustle TV, man. We out here. Mr. Neville Johnson. Thank you.